everybody, and welcome to Woman Wednesday. Today I am doing a video on the 10 baby names I love but won't be using for this baby or possibly any of our future babies. But there's some super cute names that have been on my mind for a very long time. Before David and I knew we were having a baby boy, we had lists of names for girls and for boys. It was much easier for us to pick a boy's name for some reason. If you have not seen the name reveal, click the link iCard above to see it and watch that. Make sure you watch it because it's super cute. But Brody, which is going to be our baby that will be born in April, his name we agreed on almost immediately. When we came up with the name Brody, there wasn't anything that kind of competed with it. And then his middle name will be William, which is what David's grandfather's name was. So Brody William is going to be our baby's boy's name, and obviously that is one of our favorites, but it's not on this list. And we had a harder time with girls' names. There's so many girls' names to pick from. It was just very, very difficult for us to narrow one down. But lucky for us, we're having a boy, so we didn't have to narrow down the girls' names, not as of right now. So what I did today is I have 5 boys' names and 5 girls' names, and I'm gonna tell you the ones that I really like. I've always had names that I've liked through the years. Even before I was married, or when I was younger, there were names that I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that name. When I have a baby, I'm definitely gonna name him that. And let me just tell you that Brody was not on the list. So but I do have a list of some really cute names. I'm going to start with boys' names. So I'm gonna do one girl name, one boy name. So my first favorite boy's name is Cooper. I think it's a super, super cute name. There's so many C names like Cameron and Camden, and I just love all of them. But Cooper, I narrowed it down to as being one of my favorite. And then my first girl's name is Chloe. Chloe is actually a name that I have loved for years. I swore that if I had a baby girl, her name would be Chloe, with a K, not with a C. But unfortunately, the Kardashians have become more and more popular through the years, so Chloe will not be my baby's name, but I swore up and down that my baby's name would be Chloe if it was a girl. Hands down, was gonna be Chloe. But it made it on this list, so it won't be Chloe. My second boy's name that I love but won't be using is Elijah. I think Elijah is a very nice name. It's a biblical name. But I just don't think David and I have discussed names, and it's just never been one that we have loved a lot. So I do like Elijah. It's a very nice name. I like it, like I said, because it's a biblical name, but we won't be using it. The second name we have is one that David and I actually do go back and forth on. It's just a really hard name to put with Belowski, which is our last name, and that name is Quinn for a little girl. Little baby Quinn. Quinn. Such a stinking cute name, and it might make it on our list of girls' names if we ever have a girl, but Quinn is hard to put with Belowski. I mean, come on. That's a really hard name. A Q and you have a ski name? I mean, it's hard. We'd have to not give her a middle name. It would have to be Quinn Belowski, and that's it. You couldn't have Alexandria Quinn Belowski. She would hate her life through elementary school and high school. Could you imagine doing those letters where you put what type of a person you are based on the letters that you have in your name? That would take her forever. So Quinn has made it onto this list also. Another name that I like for boys, number 3, is Jameson. Not because it's an alcoholic drink, but because I just think it's a cute name. I'm not a big fan of James, but I do like Jameson. Number 3 for a girl would be Harlow. And this is a recent name that I've heard, and I don't even think David and I have discussed this name as a name for a baby, but Harlow, I think it's kind of cute. It's not very common. More and more H names have become more and more popular, but I do like Harlow a lot. I think it's a really cute name. Number 4 for a boy would be Sawyer. And I think that is the cutest name ever. Sawyer, like a little sailor boy, like, oh, I like Sawyer a lot. I think that's a super cute name, but I don't think that my husband liked that name. I think that we had discussed it at one point and it wasn't one that we liked, if I remember correctly. So Sawyer won't be a name for our next baby boy, but it is a very, very cute name and becoming more popular. I think it's interesting that we went from like David's, Adams, Brian's, like very different names to like Cooper's, Elijah, Jameson, Sawyer. Those are going to be the more popular names, and it's hard to think of like an 80-year-old man with the name Sawyer. You know, it's like the little boy Sawyer is so cute. And now he's, you know, an old man. Even with Brody, to think of him not coming out and being like a football player or like a little meathead is hard for me to picture just because of the name that we're naming him. So it's interesting. Names are hard to pick when you're picking names for a baby, because you want to pick a name that is gonna like fit them, and that's hard. My name being Janine, I can take credit for my name. My parents named me, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I think that it fits my personality. I think that I love it, you know. And David's name being David is so popular. I don't call him anything but David, but he goes by Dave at work, and I'm like, who's Dave? What? My husband, his name's David. But having such a popular name as David and Janine is, I don't think I've ever went to school with another Janine before. I've never encountered another Janine like in a public forum. I've had a few patients with the name Janine, but I've never had to like go eat dinner with them or call them on the phone. Hi, this is Janine calling Janine. That's totally strange to me. So that's why we were hoping to get a name or pick a name that was a little bit more unique so that there won't be that problem. But only time will tell. So on to number 4. This is a name that I love, and I'm not sure if I would use it for a little girl, and I guess it could be a little boy also, and it's Hadley. I think that is so cute. It's actually a last name that one of my patients, actually, it's their last name is Hadley, and I was like, that would be the cutest little girl name or a little boy name. It is nice how some of these names are unisex. They really could go for a girl or go for a boy, but Hadley is absolutely one of my top favorite names. Number 5 for a boy, final and last, is Preston. And I just think that that is a cute name, Preston. I just think it's cute. He'd be a very good looking boy. And then number 5 for a girl would be Stella. And I think that that is a super cute name for a girl, is Stella. And yes, it is a beer, and that doesn't matter. I have an alcoholic drink for a boy, it was Jameson, and I have Stella for a girl, which is an alcoholic drink. So that's kind of funny, but I do think Stella is a super cute name. And that was my 5th and final girl's name. Hopefully, if you are looking for names, this kind of helps you pick out some unique names. I know that, like I said, we had such a hard time with girls' names, and we had such an easy time with boys' names, and I'm not sure if that's just because we were having a boy and it was just easier, and we always wanted a boy. So maybe picking a boy's name was just easier, but we really had a very tough time picking a girl's name, or even narrowing down a list for girls. So hopefully this video will help you pick out the best name for your little baby to come, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you click subscribe. I put out videos every Wednesday/Thursday. On my channel. It is just kind of like bump dates or nursery updates or pregnancy updates or cooking videos, lots of cool womanly stuff for you to see. And make sure you hit subscribe so that you get a notification when our videos post. Leave me a comment if you've used any of these names. If your baby's name is one of these names, make sure you leave me a comment below and let me know, because I'll be super excited and super thrilled for you, and I'll comment you back. So make sure you do that. Give me a big thumbs up so that I know that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy yourself, and we will see you on our next video. Bye!